pod has started.
Undefeated.
The pod has started. All I'm saying right now, before this, the pod has started, but I'm just letting people know, ever since the show, Travis might be changing on us.
Bro, I mean, look, there's pictures with the lights.
If anything was gonna change someone, it was that picture. It was that picture. Introduce the pod, man. Let's get this thing cracking.
What's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Undefeated podcast.
The only podcast with two undefeated fighters, but another fighter that's moving different.
Chatting it up. Listen, bro. Bro. Listen, before we go any further, hit like,
God.
subscribe, take a
Right now.
Lights.
No, you have to laugh. No, on the real, Trav. On the real, yeah.
I said, hit subscribe, like, and take a pic with the lights.
I missed it. It's what I'm saying. It's too elite. It's too elite. Nah, this is pissing me off. I'm putting my hat backwards. There you go. It was pissing me off because I was trying to do something different because I just wanted to do something different, but I didn't like it. It feels better this way. Because I can't see, it's the shadow. There's a shadow, it's long, stupid. All right.
Free to change.
There you go. But we need to talk about, I know we got to talk about boxing, but
yeah, they
watch this podcast because people, they're a part of us. The great defeat is, everything is one. Usually we'll say, what's the tailor? Quickly ask me my tailor tape. Go on, let's go.
What's your tailor the tape, bro?
Oh, no, fam. Never fought, never lost. If I did, someone gets knocked out. It's not me. Cool. What's yours?
2-0, bro.
There you go.
50% knockout rate, half the minute into the ring with me, left on their back.
That's what they did. Cool. Now, what happened on, I'm just going to say my opinion of what I saw on that night. Because we haven't even spoken, but I kind of made it that way. I just sent you a voice note, but we haven't really spoken.
I messaged you back and I was like, right, you ain't fully
I said wait. I said I'll wait because I said, I'll rather share it with the people then because it was a moment. It was a moment on so many different levels. So being close to you, I will say the work rate that I saw from you for the rollout. Listen, if only other fighters could have a rollout he had. I'm telling you right now, Andrade's been looking for something. He needs a rollout. That's all he needs, a roll everywhere. Every platforms that I'll be driving. Travis is on TalkSport. Wait, Travis is on Chucky's podcast. Oh my God, Travis is in free shots. Travis is everywhere. That's all it felt like, and it was crazy because I was saying my guy's out in these different spaces talking about this show and promising to deliver. And I didn't see you wanted to show me some of your saying, I got this joke, and I was like, I don't want to hear it. Literally, I was like, usually I'll say, tell me. Do you know what I'm saying? But I was like, I want to go and enjoy your show as a fan, bro. Now, what you delivered, it's just art. That's all it was. It was art. For the people that missed it, you have to watch it online. As soon as it becomes available, in whatever way Travis is going to release it to the streets, you have to watch it. He's not normal. That's the thing. I'm saying that you can tell who the GOATs who you look up to, and you can see it. You can see in what you're crafting and what you're building out. There was a moment when I was watching your stuff and I was like, because I came for inspiration as well, because I was saying, I ain't been on stage for 2 years, doing stand-up. So I was like, let me go there and be inspired, but let me go there and be a fan. I went there in so many different capacities, but I'm going to say what was put on show was a masterclass. It's a masterclass. And the ending, and there's so many parts that I can laugh at, right? Even I saw it. Oh my God, I saw a porn star talking, and I started laughing, and I go, oh my goodness. I saw there's so many moments, and when I don't want to spoil this set for anyone, but when you finally wanted to say, no, there's one part when you're talking to your son in the chicken shop, and man is just relating to it. You almost made me cry twice in your set, and that's how mad it is. You can go from tears to literally, bro. And you know me, I've studied the comedy. I don't mess around with comedy. This is my thing, right? I'm not saying it to gas you. That was art, literally. That's what you did. I'm so proud. I'm proud to, and I put a thing out. I put what do you call it? I said, it's not like I had to put my name on it. I said anyone that doesn't laugh, I'll give them the money back. No one approached me, and I was about.
No one.
No one approached me. Do you know what I mean? Why? Because again, you did that. Now the last thing I'll say is the great defeaters. You don't realize you don't realize, and I'll leave you to talk in a second. You don't realize what platform has been built, yeah, until you see it like physically in real life. Mm-hmm. When you said great defeaters in their house, and I heard the sound back from them, I said,
brother.
Literally, you know, you look over your shoulder like, oh. And people that wouldn't expect to be listening to the pod, like, it wasn't even bro, it was not my show. Your show was not my show, yeah. But the way I was moving around, like, meeting and greeting, yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. No, I, like, my wife was there, and she's like, oh my God, she goes, you know you have something really special. And I was like, yeah. And she goes, no, it's special. And I goes, no, babes, I'm telling you right now, I'm saying hello to people that I've been seeing in the chat for so long, but I've never met them in real life before. But I feel like I know them. I feel like they're my friends. Like, bro.
The same conversations.
I'm chatting to Mullah. Bro, I'm chatting to Mullah like I know you. Like
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking to everyone. And I'm like, this is incredible. It's just, I would say just, it was, for me, an amazing night. Enough of my talking, no, bro. As a brother, as as people that we do this podcast together, and I see the strive and the energy and the work rate and the focus you put into this thing, I was proud. I'm gassed, literally. That's why I was waiting to say. That's why I didn't respond. There you go.
Thank you, man.
Come on.
For real. It's, oh man, this was a mad experience. Because it's like, you know, in comedy, you know that there's moments where you have big moments, you have a good moment.
Yeah.
But it's like the run up to this, I could feel like there's a way to describe it. It's like, you know, when you kind of feel yourself growing.
Yeah.
On the journey. Do you see what I'm saying? And I could feel like the stakes were getting higher and higher. And that's why last week's pod, I had to pull out. I was okay, I need to zone out my mind because it's now had so many moments where it was cluttered. And that's why I really had to salute my girl, man, because she just stepped in and just decided,
she's incredible.
Right, let's organize your life because this show, I can see what it's doing to you. Like, it was really like that. And just to go out there and, you know, you got your show on the paper and then you get it in your head and then you go through all the feelings of, people are going to mess with this the way I want it, because I know my energy was going to be different. You know what I mean? The way this year's taken a toll on me, in a for the better though.
Yeah.
Like, for the better. Like, I feel like a very different man.
That therapy joke as well. Oh, the cry.
Bro. It's just what I'm saying. So it's just lovely to come out and it be my own night. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of history with me in that venue as well. Like, I got to tell that story. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll tell you guys now, if anybody weren't there, but years ago I performed at that venue. We did a show at the Bloomsbury Theatre, big lineup, a lot of great names on the lineup. And I remember doing heavy lifting on the promo, fam. Man, first time really tangling with what a promo run looked like and getting us into different newspapers and radios and this and that. And on the night, I had a bad gig, fam. So I got the feeling of like, right, every man ate. And I didn't eat. Yeah. And I just said to my manager at the time, I was like, I'm coming back to this venue on my own one day. Yeah. So to go through that, the history of that, and also with the year I've had and different things that's happened, walked on there and for it to go like that standing ovation there, bro.
And for your old manager to be there. He was there, in the house. Bro. He was there in the house.
When I said it, I said, Keith, where you at? He goes, yeah, brother. Like, man knows what it was.
It's chilling. It was literally.
Yeah, man.
No, you're a G. You're a G. So, carry on.
I thank the great defeaters for coming out. I thank everyone who bought a ticket. There's a lot of people there. And it's, you know what's different about this show? A lot of my shows, right, where I've done one man's over the years, I know the majority of the people in the audience. Like, in some capacity, we're friends or we know to each other. We know each other. I didn't know that many people on a personal level with this one. So I was like, Ross, so there's people out there that willing to buy a ticket to come and see man perform.
Yeah, incredible.
And we don't even have that connection like that.
Yes.
That's when I was like, oh, things are changing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's growing, and I've just been in such a great space all weekend. Do you know what I mean? It was just a beautiful feeling. There's a lot of love, a lot of people saying wonderful things after seeing the show, and I'm motivated to keep pushing the boundaries.
You have to.
Further.
I know the killer is. Man. I know you want to be one of the greatest, and obviously it's like you have to take home the UK championship first. Do you know what I mean? Before you have to take over the UK first. So like that's it. That's what you're in the game for. Like you're not here for Southern area, bruv. You're here for the main thing. Do you know what I mean? And so keep pushing. Like, and it's great. Like as I said, it's good to. I always believe in that thing. Iron sharpens iron. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron. And I said, one of the greatest things, like just on our bond, our chemistry is we'd never competed with each other. Do you know what I mean? Even when we're us lot arguing and stuff and chatting shit about boxing, we're not competing. We're just there to really lift man up, because I already know that we're two different people, bro. We're so different anyway. We're two different people. Like the way your mind is and the way mine is different. Do you know what I mean? But then it's like, but that's good, and it's good to challenge. Like I want, when I'm with you, I want to lock in the way you lock in. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because naturally we mess around, call ourselves Shaq and Kobe, but Kobe's not here no more, so we can't play with that one anymore. Not like play with that one, but the mentality in terms of I'm playful with it. I'm very playful with it, but I'm on it, but I'm playful. But certain times I want that killer instinct. Do you know what I mean? And I know that there's times where I know that you need to chill, but you're in killer mode. I'm like, Travis, we're in Big Vegas, bruv. He's like, no, but we're here to kill. I'm like, yo, I hear that. But the slot machines are downstairs, cuz like what? Not one slot. Like we've done the interview, fam. We've done the interview.
I'm like, bro, let's relax. We've got the Lennox interview tomorrow. We don't need to be tired. I
remember saying, raw, but even when we finished the interview, I was like, it's time to enjoy. It's like, but wait though, when we have to cut that thing up, I said, all right, Trav, maybe you're just not on.
So true.
This guy, like, even my wife goes, so I wonder what Travis is on right now. I go, I know exactly what he's on right now. He's enjoying it, but he's thinking about the next show. She goes, oh, do you think? I said, yep. I said, I promise you right now, that guy done. He probably enjoyed the Saturday. On Sunday, new material came to him. And then he had a plan of a rollout. And I goes,
you know what the best thing is? There's some material that didn't make it into the show because it wasn't quite ready. And now I'm looking at building it for the next.
So I know that guy. I'll be in, bro. If me in that position, you'd have to tell me, hey, big man, stop enjoying. Come here. You got work to do. But that's the difference. And that's why, again, you need that. I think you need balance. I think the great defeaters are like, I can't believe this is our community and we belong to it. Do you know what I mean? We belong to the community because it's bigger than the community is bigger than us.
Yeah.
And it's a look ahead to, like, we're not messing around. Again, next year, we're not messing around with the lives. Like, I'm talking lives. Like, there's in this era of time, I think we've got so used to not physically meeting people.
Yeah, it's changed.
Do you know what I mean?
Quite a bit.
We got so used to doing this, and where that human interaction and just touch is important. So I know next year that's a big plan for us, and even if we start it small and get it bigger and bigger, I'm talking like watch-alongs, all of that stuff. That's the plan. We need to, like, really, we create a community. Let's use it. Let's really, like, do something amazing. So that's just a look forward on what we got coming. And so it was amazing, literally. Sorry. It was incredible. I like, when I think about it, I'm like, I can't believe how many great defeaters we have. That
it was so dope, man. So dope.
Cool.
Come.
Ready?
All right. Yeah, let's get into boxing.
All right, wicked. You weren't here for Canelo's greatness, and we didn't pod. We didn't pod. Yeah. So we get to talk about Canelo, which I'm really excited to do.
Yeah, let's harken back.
Harken back, bro.
See, thing is this, I give credit to Canelo, and I don't want to sound like someone who doesn't give credit to Canelo. Like, I don't know what people are expecting of me. I like Canelo.
Yeah.
English speaking Canelo was birthed a fan of me.
Yeah. You said you did say you have said.
I'm telling you. So for me, I was like, I knew he was gonna win. I was like, there's nothing Plant is gonna be able to do to stifle this man enough to win. And I know Plant doesn't have power like that. So really, you're gonna dabble around, you're gonna make man play with his feet, but he's gonna get it.
Yep.
And that's what happened. What really, really irritated me was when I saw Plant trying to make friends in the fight.
And that's not even post. You're not talking about post fight when that usually happens, right? You're talking about another part.
I'm talking about mid round. I'm talking round 9 is when they started chatting. Donnie started asking man questions. Good fight, right? He goes, I respect your skills. Guy's like, I know. Like, he's not in there to play with you. I don't know what this. Like, you can do the fanboy thing after the fight. After the fight, if you want to be mates, go and be mates. I don't mind your friendship then.
Yeah.
But in that fight, I want you to want to knock his head off. That's the energy that if I'm the corner man and I see you trying to make friends with this brother, unless you're playing possum and I see immediately that was a little trick to try and distract him. After that, I'm walking from the corner and I'm going back into the change room to get my jacket, my outside coat, and I'm going in my car.
Man said my outside jacket, bro.
Brother, I'm taking off the jumper that says your name on the back.
Yeah.
Team Plant, I'm taking it off. And I'm going into the car. Because how is it that we've worked this hard to take everything this man has? We want everything that this man... We want to take his livelihood. That's the energy that I'm on if I'm in your corner.
Yeah.
And you're talking about you want friendship and his respect. Not today.
Nah, and again, Plant at the end of the fight... Because I do love, there's one thing about boxing, I do love the embrace after them man have been chatting rubbish.
Yes.
I love it. Like, and when it doesn't happen, I get disappointed. Like when Fury and Wilder didn't do it, it's left a little bad taste in my mouth. I was like, man, come on, guys. We've gone through all of this.
Unless it's a bona fide rivalry.
Or like the like what Eubank and
Eubank and Ben, and even them embraced. Even they embraced, but even their embrace was like, yeah, I still hate you, but
but then exactly. So even with the bona fide rivalries, there's still that moment of, man, we shed mad rounds still. So it's like, it is what it is. So, but when Plant did it mid round, because I was already looking at what Plant was doing, and I said, I didn't think he went in there to become the champion.
No, he didn't.
I said that from his style of boxing. Because everyone said that he should get more credit for the fight. And I was like...
No, don't get me wrong. There was a good portion of the fight where I think he might have believed. But I think that belief whistled away. I reckon he felt himself getting tired.
Yeah.
Or it was hurting, it was catching up with him. Because remember, he was taking some shots, but it weren't really having an effect. So I started thinking, okay, maybe he can get in there and it might be... I didn't know what the scorecards were looking like at that point. And I was thinking, this could be interesting.
No, because a lot of people, when I was speaking to the great defeaters, they had him up. So a lot of people it was incredible when people said they had Plant up on their scorecard. But didn't.
My thing is,
go on.
My thing is, if it's not, when the fight is over,
yeah,
and the writing's on the wall. My thing is, how do you think that's the case at that point of the fight, to the point where you're making friends? Like, if you were getting smoked, and you're just about surviving and you're now begging it, I'd say, well, yeah, it's over for you, innit? But it wasn't that.
But then, so now, this is when we break it down, after that conversation, Canelo still tries to land a fizzing shot, like a shot that wasn't nice. So Canelo at no point was... That's right. Even though when in the conversation, like, yeah, you're all right, you're good. It was short, it was closed. While he's trying to, like, create something. Elaborate. And I don't think he was playing possum, because when you do that, the next shot should be stinging. It should sting. It wasn't trying to sting. It was really a conversation of, Rod, do you rate me? Because when you slapped me that time, I don't think you rated me, And this is when you either know Canelo's got to such a level where people just want his respect.
They just want
it's either got to because it like Mayweather has that, where it's like, I just want to be in the ring with Mayweather. I know people that went for the Mayweather fight, and as Canelo says now, payday, that's all they want. So you call out Mayweather, knowing it's the greatest payday of my life, but then you're like, I don't know if I'm going to win. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm coming, I'll turn up, and maybe, but I like to be in there with May. That's on my bucket list. I thought Mayweather.
Max.
You know what I mean? But then we can't have professional fighters moving like YouTubers fighting legends. It can't happen. You have to be in there with killer mentality. Yes, I get. Who was it? Logan Paul that fought Mayweather?
Yeah,
that's a dream come true, bro.
Of course.
The title's on the line. You in the ring giving me Olympic boxing back in the day, just scoring these points that are not in my head. Yeah, these points are not gonna. I knew which way the fight was going. Canelo knew which way the fight was. Everybody everyone there knew which way this fight was going. To now say that you think that with I get with the counter stuff you're doing and stuff, and you scoring points, but how are you gonna get? What man in their right mind, in judging, in boxing as we know it, is going to say points victory to Caleb Plant? Where?
That's what I'm saying.
Where?
That's what I'm saying. No, it's facts. It's facts.
You have to do more. Like when we saw the person that got away with a points victory, and it was really a dismantling, was Usyk. They couldn't take it away from him because AJ was just. Usyk was just so good. But look what Usyk had to do to AJ to win on points. Because still, like, it had to be super, super convincing. So Plant is never going to fight in that style. And that's why I feel like he was in that fight without the intentions of really winning, but there to say, respect me, look good, and get paid. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. People might say, rah, KG, that's harsh. But I didn't see enough. I saw more from Davis in the Benavidez fight in terms of punching with spite, I'm saying, than I saw from Plant.
And it comes down to belief.
Yeah.
Like, it comes down to belief. Like, you say, put AJ in that conversation, in that isolated performance against Usyk. Yes. There was no belief in what you were doing. Which is why it looked like that. Which is why it was tentative. That's why there was not much behind it. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Because you're coming in with so much respect for this guy, you're not even trying to be yourself anymore. All of the things that you're thinking about start with your opponent. What's he going to do? What's he thinking? Why does he want me to do this? Why is this and that? Rather than, I'm going to stick it on my man. Do you see what I'm saying? And you can see that's the two mindsets we see in the ring.
Yeah.
Canelo and Plant, Usyk and AJ.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking at Plant and I'm thinking to myself, this mindset, I hate it. I hate any form of friendship when we do competition. Yeah. You know what I mean? And this goes like how
you called it out with
How my personality type, kill the man if he's kill him to absolute death and then win. And then afterwards we speak. Yeah. Do you understand? I'm not on this whole friendship in competition. If it's competition, we go at it.
So see, it's so funny, and that's it's when you say that, it's so funny because, and that's when, when we're on the train, but my train just detaches from the road, like, because I'm like, you got that normal killer mentality, but I'm like, I'm so good, I trust in myself, in my what my ability is, that no matter how you're gonna approach it, I know I'm different, and I know that's entertaining. Does that make sense? So I know that, like, and that's wild. So I won't, when I look at people that think, like, someone might look at me and say, oh, we're competing. And in my head, I'm not looking at you at all because you're not like a part. There's this thing that someone, a mentor said it to me and said, like, God will always make room for your gifts in it. And your gifts are your gifts. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't have my gifts. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're going to be good at being you. So then when I see a competitor, I'm like, nah. But then if we go on a stage, let's say we had a show, I'm like, I'm not getting there thinking I'm coming to kill you. I'm thinking if I come and do wicked me, no one's touching it. Which is crazy. But then at least I know the main thing is I know I'm here to win is the thing. But then some people come with fighters. I don't think they're coming with that I'm here to win or I've been given a skill that other people are not going to mess with. I don't think especially Caleb. Canelo changed the night of the Triple G fight, part 2. After he walked out the ring as the champion, he said, okay, we're going to change things here.
Different.
We're going to change things.
And that's the thing, it was like, the mindset you mentioned before. It's like, for me, it's like on a lineup, on a comedy show, for example.
Yeah.
Younger me was very much like, coming to body everybody.
Yeah.
Now, not so. But in terms of my overall go for stand-up, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's not small nights. It's very much when this thing is all said and done.
Yeah.
I don't want no one to miss my name in a conversation about the greats.
Yes.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
So I know there's a ruthlessness required mentally, but it's not about people.
Good.
But in boxing, yeah.
It has to be.
In boxing and any head-to-head, if I found myself in a head-to-head scenario, best believe I am using everything in my arsenal to come out on top of this exchange.
Yeah.
Because that's I come from a sports background. So that's why my personality is shaped in the way that it is. So I look at sports and I feel, basketball days when I had the boxing matches, it does something to your mind where I'm like, once I lock in on you and it's me, I'm getting there first. I don't care how this thing has got to go. If I got to foul you, I'm going to foul you. Just hope the ref don't see it. And that's it.
I hate my background, fam. You got me out here hating my background, fam. I be listening to you like raw, like, I fuck my background, man.
Bro, that's hilarious. I hate my background. No, but it's true, bro. Like, man used to go after a bad game. Man go to the park in the cold, bro. I remember one time it was winter and it was snowing, but it weren't like settling. So I went to go play basketball out there. Just because in my head, bro, in my head, no one's training right now. So when we get back into the gyms, I'm gonna be on my bro. That's the type of stuff that you do when it comes to that stuff. So that's where I get into. So when I'm looking at competition at the highest level, I'm thinking you should be an advanced version of my old mindset. I shouldn't look at you and feel like I need to teach you how to be competitive in this moment. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I watch AJ performance and I look at what he's in that Usyk fight, and I'm like, okay, we're in round 11 and 12. At this point, something should say to you, this game plan don't fucking work. I have to now rip this man's head off somehow. Yeah. If that doesn't come alive, then I say to you, you're not switched on.
Yeah.
And then now I look at the trainer and I'm like, you didn't even switch him on. You didn't think nothing was wrong. Everybody was relaxed. No one said he's taking everything away from you right now tonight.
Yeah.
You ain't got to tell me a man's taking away everything to get me going. So that's why when I look at this stuff, I think that part is there that's upset me the most about what I saw from Caleb Plant. Not the fact that he lost.
Not the fact that he lost.
You got knocked out.
That's
and you
right.
tried your best. Brother, salute to you. You did your best you can. It's never going to be a night every night.
That's
but
right.
That there, I'm like, nah.
But so you know what? Canelo, anyway, as we said, you're running things right now. The next person that's up is the name that people want to see with Canelo is the one they call Benavidez. Benavidez, yeah. Again, let me put respect on what he did. Actually, the performance, it was Canelo-esque in terms of, I don't think he showed Davis not the respect, but he just kept walking him down. He wasn't moving as much as I expect. I didn't see the head movement. I didn't really see feints. I just saw him just walk through him and say, you know what? I'm just gonna mash you up like this, which for me was surprising because I thought I was gonna because now I've match made it, right? I'm seeing Canelo versus Benavidez in my head. That's all I'm seeing. So I'm looking at him to say, are you the man? Do you have the skills? Do you have the tools to defeat an up and coming? Well, do you have the skills to beat the main man right now, the man that's running the division?
Yeah.
And while watching it, I said to myself, in current form as he is now, no way. In current form as what Benavidez is right now, it's not going to happen because when you take a Canelo fight, it's more than just a fight. Obviously, you got the lead up. You got him running things, him having the home fan advantage. Wherever he goes, he'll be the home fighter. Like, he has a incredible fan base. And if there's something that happens on that walk-in that he just knows. It's different to like an AJ. Well, AJ's had some funny walk-ins where all the fireworks go off in it. He doesn't do what the walk-in was meant to do. But I know Canelo's so switched on. He's like, I'm not losing to this guy. I'm not losing to this guy right now. And I know my walk-in is making you feel funny in that ring. I know it already.
He's on the line of Mike Tyson.
Yes. Well,
when I walk to this ring, you know exactly who I am.
You know what's coming out. You know what I mean? You know exactly what's coming out. And even we did that Chavez. Do you remember when we spoke about Chavez when they touch heads?
The heads, yeah.
That was the last thing that should have happened with Canelo for confidence. Because that was the last piece. That was the last piece of the jigsaw puzzle. He said, "Raw, I felt this. Triple G, yeah, I've had that night. Okay, now I've gone out there and I banged man out. Like the record is in the record.
Those cosigns are incredible. Can you imagine what that would do for AJ if Lennox ever pulled man in and gave him the "it's you"?
Oh, you talking about here? This is it. My only loss is to Floyd Mayweather. That's my only loss in my career. Like, and I was a youth, brother. I was what? My only loss back in the day was at late 2000s. When did he fight even Mayweather? 2013, fam. That's my only loss. I was what? 2013.
Wow. How time is flying, you know? I remember that fight. I remember watching that fight thinking, this is a tough one. Still, I was nervous for Floyd.
I just remember thinking, bro, this gingerhead you, like, bro, where's that you come from? That don't make no sense. Because I didn't understand it.
Because I was such a hardcore Floyd fan them days, yeah?
Yeah.
Brother, you know the pre-fight, the video lead up and that?
Yeah.
There's a bit where someone said to Floyd, it's like, Canelo's been knocking out all his sparring partners. And he's like, why y'all telling me about his sparring partner? I don't care about his sparring partners. I ain't no sparring partner. I know how to fight. I know how to fight. I was just like, oh, this man. It made me hate Canelo, fam. And then there was times where Canelo was being disrespectful in certain parts of the fight. Hitting low. And it made me I hated Canelo until recently, bro.
Yeah. I remember you. It's so crazy, though, because they spoke up this kid. And I rate, this is where you give, like, certain sports stars ratings. When you actually achieve what they set out for you before you got there. So, like, I'll always have, again, different remove, but LeBron, he's on that list, where they say, this is going to be the next great. And there's a whole press release, and you go on and be great. Yeah?
It's true.
When you say Canelo, they said, this is the next guy. I'm looking at that.
They were preparing him, fam.
Let's go.
But nah, you know what? I'll be honest, I did see it.
No, but there's one thing saying it about someone, but there's the next thing is doing it. Look how many times they told us we met the new Mayweather. They told us Haney's Mayweather. They told us AB was Mayweather. They said Gervonta Davis is Mayweather. They've said
Broner told us he was going to be the next Mayweather, to be honest.
Do you know what? From a talking standpoint, yeah, what Broner was saying and how he was going about it, I was like, I wish he was better.
He ruined his own career, you know, because he jumps like 2 divisions to grab a belt one time.
Yeah,
I think it was 130 to 140 or to 147. He just jumped into the weight division, and I can't remember who had the belt, but it weren't someone certified. Let me get the details up, man.
Get out,
because it really annoyed me because I think you tried so hard to get into Floyd's division, just to be basking in that, you know what I mean, in that limelight. And I was like, nah, he's ruined it. So you got his career now, yeah. Let me look at the timeline. So
not the Mediana one.
No, so Ashley Theophane, world super lightweight title. Hold on a second. Where did it start to go bad? All right, so he's on a good run here. He's at super featherweight. He's got the super featherweight, makes some defenses. Then he goes up after to fight Antonio DeMarco at the world lightweight title. Fights Gavin Reese after that. Then he beats Malignaggi after that. He goes up to world welter, right? Then he fights Maidana. So this is it. Yeah, he's gone from lightweight to world welterweight. Beats Malignaggi. Fights Maidana. He loses that one.
Yeah.
Goes back down to super light to fight Carlos Molina. Then he fights Emmanuel Taylor. Then he stays. I think that's the 140. It's annoying because it's calling it by the thing. But then he goes back up again for the packet. Bruv, that jump that he made in the weight class, basically, I need to.
They'll know in the chat as well. They'll know in the chat. They'll know in the chat. They'll clean that one up.
Those jumps, I think, affected him more because he never grew into those weights. He just jumped because it was like, right, there's a quick belt I can grab. Whereas Gervonta Davis he's mastered the jump for the title.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
Jump, nick the belt, jump again for another weak belt to take. And that way it looks great on paper. That's why Adrian Broner's a 3-time world champ. But no one really looks at his career like, yeah, you're certified. It's not.
Yeah. And then I think there's some losses where he's spoken so smoky and the loss was more devastating than the actual loss. If you get what I'm saying.
I beat that boy.
Yeah.
I know I beat that boy.
Go.
And I was like,
there you go.
He didn't.
It's stuff like that.
Any punches. You didn't throw any punches. You didn't let your hands go until the 12th round. And you think that's enough to just steal the win. It's crazy.
It's a shame though, because from a selling it point of view, he was amazing. From selling it, from being the can man, yeah, like that's his thing. Do you know what I mean? When like anyone can, oh man,
go back here and watch Adrian Broner's highlights when he was like in that prime. It's probably go back and watch old YouTube highlights of him.
Yeah,
fam. When I was so gassed to watch, I thought to myself, I can see Floyd is getting a little older.
Yeah,
I was thinking, oh, we got another Floyd.
Yeah,
not the case.
Not the case.
Maidana put that boy out of here, man.
And that's what I'm saying, and that's why we again to harken back to like a Canelo, and even with when you talk about this Benavidez come up and these players in the game, Canelo's already he was crowned a young king before he even stepped in, and that's incredible. And anyone that does that, you have to rate. Now, if I'm Benavidez, I'm not taking that fight straight away. I'm waiting. Give me.
Let it build.
I want 2 years. Maybe 2 years is what he needs. 2 years, and then you go into it, because again, Canelo's bad habits could only get worse. He can only learn, like, I don't know, overconfidence maybe, or just not taking a contender as serious as he needs to take them.
Or maybe burn out, because the way he's fighting, the regularity of how much he's fighting, he ain't going to be the same man in 2-3 years' time. Let's be honest.
But the funny thing is
going to happen.
Yeah. But one thing I will say is, Davis, respect to you. Drop a bomb for him, man. What he did in that fight, like, and even that embrace at the end, like the corner had to throw in the towel, and that was the greatest throw in because they needed to do it. You need to protect that fight. I feel like Benavidez is a step above. Like, so when I talk about Benavidez, I hope I don't make him sound like he's a bum. I'm just saying there's Canelo, he's not and then there's Canelo, there's him, and then there's the rest of the man them. But then what I saw from Davis is you can mix it with it. I would love to see like him mix it with the man them, like with Plant. I like to see raw, like, can he go? Because he stepped up in weight as well. That's just not his usual weight. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be interesting. You say raw, that's a good name to add to it. He can punch. He's a great counter puncher, and he's calm. He's calm in a brutal war sometimes. You're like, raw, like you're getting smoked, you're on the ropes, and you come out and then he'll respond with like a 3-hit combination. But he's not like all over the place. I like that about him. I was impressed with him as a fighter.
Nah, I definitely hear you, man. I definitely hear you. I mean, it's one of those things. I like the fact I like shakeups happening.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I like when there's another guy that they're building up to take on the guys. It's always a nice time in boxing. Like the shakeups that happened this weekend. Galahad and Harper, fam. Like Galahad, let's talk about Galahad, fam, because that type of fight there is why you like boxing. It's why you love it. Because yes, he was winning the fight, and it just takes one punch to change the game.
I know, but it's why I get upset with boxing. Because like, do you know, it's hard because
no, but you know why? I'll tell you why. Because when it's your guy and he pulls that win out of nowhere,
yeah. It's
different.
You know what? I think maybe I'm numb to it because I still like, in terms of electricity, yeah. Fury versus Wilder, yeah. In terms of just knockdown electricity, I don't think I feel like I peaked with that fight. That fight was like, it didn't make sense what I was watching. So yes, the Galahad, the knockdown was it. I said wow. Literally when it happened, my first word that came to me is wow. Wait, what? And then it's like, and I had to. It's like I got knocked out too because I had to register. I was like, why is everyone on the? What happened?
Why is it over?
Why is it over? Then he gets up and I'm like, surely, because the bell goes right. So he goes back to the corner, and now the conversation starts. And then what's the coach saying? He goes, "Got to let that round go. Are you all right? You clear? You can't be." He's telling him you can't do what you just did, which is like,
he comes out and he just does it again straight away. Like for me, when you see fighters take a knockdown like that and they get up, the first thing they try and do is just at the beginning of the round is skip away, and wake your legs up. Man walks straight into him, straight line, bang.
But he couldn't. He couldn't do it. Do you know what? Give me
from that round. from that round before, he hadn't recovered.
Yes.
Not that he's done career-wise, he just hadn't recovered from that big shot.
Not recovered at all.
That shot was right on the nose and mouth. This part right here, bang. I was like, oh.
It was mad though, because I just didn't see him looking like that. And Barker called it fantastically. He says, look, he's getting back in straight lines, the chin's there. And it's almost like the curse of the commentators.
It's like you've
spoke it into existence, bro. It's like, because I've never seen.
The cornerman had a mic for the live broadcast. He heard that. He said, yo, zing in the right hook, brother. Zing them bad boys in, because you don't know how to move.
It's mad though, because I've seen Galahad look so much better, because a lot of people were saying, we had on the Monday Night Smoke calling show, we spoke about, is it over for Ingle Jim? Yeah? And I don't believe that it can be over for Ingle Jim. I think sometimes fighters just get caught out with overconfidence. Yes, these guys are looking like they go out the same way, but sometimes it can just be, sometimes that can go down to coincidence. It can be more coincidental. Then
also,
what's your take on that?
When you look at how what it takes to lose a fight, right?
Yeah.
Bro, it's literally a moment.
Yes.
Of a moment of not concentrating. Now you've lost.
Yeah.
So for me, when someone loses like that, I say, nah, we can't say the gym is over. Like, you got caught. That's it. It happens in boxing. Yeah. If he got comprehensively beaten up,
yes,
over then I'd be like, hey, that's the last Mohican that you got at the gym now, isn't it? It's looking a bit crazy. But that wasn't that. This is a fight that he can come back from. But my thing is, when it's like coming back from the knockout, it's always a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, coming back from a knockout is a significant thing, because you got the mental scars. This man knocks me out.
You know what's crazy right now, yeah, is we always used to joke on Frank Warren, yeah? But sometimes we got, not joke on Eddie Hearn, but Eddie's lucky he's got Canelo, because he's had a bad couple of weeks in boxing.
Here's why it's not the same. Because he's got Kiko Martinez. He's also got Baumgartner.
Oh, swear down. They're his guys. No, not the hustle is winning. Not the hustle is winning.
He's the international operator. Frank Warren is the the UK man. Eddie's sitting there like, wow, well, that's why you love boxing. He's not hurt. He's like, cool, Galahad is, unfortunate, but
has he got Usyk though? Has he got Usyk? Has he got Usyk?
You think he can't have Usyk?
I don't know.
No, but he'd have these men on a short contract, like Parker and them guys operate.
Yeah.
It's like, I work with you lot, but you're not my guy. But again, you're on this side.
Surely though, but he didn't want to. Like, I know he's not, because your man them getting tucked in. Harper, what happened? It's techie, bro, because it's not every day going to do the commiseration text. And if you've already got it drafted already because you sent it to bare different bare of your fighters already, you're like, right, you just put in the name Harper will come again.
Getting the same text twice as well, and you're reading it like, right, it's literally word for word. This is the thing, yeah? This is the thing. Eddie knows this is a world game.
Yeah.
You understand? He's not just bringing Mexicans and these fighters over to beat these guys because he wants to see them lose. No, he's tapping into these markets while we're seeing them all the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? So Eddie Hearn is looking at this thing the way people should look at this. It's a world game.
Yeah.
You can try and make it a UK thing all you want, and you're going to have exciting fights with UK guys going up ahead each other. Cool.
Yeah.
But the minute they step up to the international stage and they fight a style they've never seen before, oh, it's sad tears again. Upset. Ain't no upset because you don't know the brother. That don't make it an upset. You understand?
I hear it.
Where Eddie's moving out and he's opening the thing, I'm like, no, I like that for the sport.
Yeah. So talk to me on that, just that Harper fight though. What was just her? Like, a lot of people said that she looked scared going in.
In the press conference says a lot.
Yeah.
You understand? When somebody's in your face in the way that Gardner was, like, she weren't playing. She came with energy that was just like, nah.
Yeah.
This is my thing. And when someone gets in your face after a big camp like this, there's a lot of mental games at play here, and you can't lose. You can't give them no territory. And she gave all the territory. She refused to move. Like, there's times where they put their hands up, and she wouldn't give her space. And you know what I mean? She moved out of the way. Like, if man's out of way, and it's like, you're getting close to my face, you have to understand. I've already said to myself, the minute you cross this line, the hands are gonna fly. I've been in camp and I've been focused on you the whole way through camp.
Yeah.
We're a day away from the fight. Mentally, I want to fight right now.
Yeah,
I shouldn't be looking like I'm soft.
Yeah.
And the only alternative is I say, unless I'm trying to wind you up.
Yeah.
To try and take you off your game. But even still, there's a way to do that. Like, you know, when you see the man do this the face-to-face, and you see one fighter smile, and he turns to the crowd and he raises his hands.
Yeah.
This hand that's on the same side as the fighter, understand that hand is solid. Because it's like, don't barge me, because I'm still ready for you. But at the same time, thank you for coming out. Thank you, because I'm disrespecting you like you're nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of that from Harper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mental chess, it's a wonderful game when it's played correctly.
Yeah. It's a shame again. Rematch clause. And it's, you know what, it was like seeing the celebration at the end was everything. And that's why you watch boxing. Because that was her moment. That was like, you literally said, you know what, like, I've been waiting patiently. Finally, they served me Terry. Because she weren't surprised that she weren't surprised. The celebration was more so, I did it. I've done it now. Like, you fell into the web and I got you.
It's where she was just like, and anybody else who want to get it, you can get this work. I was like, oh, see this? That's the energy there when you just taking a strap. But now let's talk about the rematch clauses here. Because Galahad's rematch clause, I get it. Come back in and make sure you're zoned in. No messing around this time. Don't get caught in dumb situations. Harper, I look at that and think to myself, yeah, I don't know about that rematch clause.
It's being kind of Laura-ish. It's being kind of Wharton. It's kind of like Wharton when we just got to get a headbutt going, fam. In Leeds, you
headbutt your way out of this one. Headbutt your way out of this paper bag, right? You gotta
use your head, fam. Literally in a bad way, fam. Use your head to get the hell out of there, because it's long. Like, nah.
You ain't beating this Bumgarner woman.
Yeah.
Not only. She had your number before she was the champ. And
she punched you into another realm, fam. She punched you into the spirit realm.
She let her log out of her own body.
Bro, as I said, like, I don't know. Harper definitely has, like, because this is what I heard when Harper took that punch. I have to play it again. This is what I heard from Harper.
What the hell? Oh, my God. No way.
The inner African-American man, bruv, came out of my soul. The inner African-American said, yo, we're leaving.
Because she stood still, bro, with her hands down and said, why did I start boxing again? What was the reason why I'm boxing again? I don't know why I'm here. Man. And then she took another shot, bang in the face, and it was like, there was such a non-reaction. It went, I just think, if I'm not here, I could be doing something else. It was insane to watch.
But yeah, shout outs. Oh, man. Wait, hold on. We need to talk about this. Is it worrying that the Dylan and the Tyson Fury conversation hasn't progressed as much as we would want it to progress? Because like every now and then I hear retirement. I keep hearing if he retires.
It's worrying if you believe that they was ever going to fight in the first place.
Really?
If you are on the side of the thought process that I am, where I'm like, Tyson Fury has no plans to fight Dillian White, then you're like, no, this is going just to plan. It's going perfect.
Because Dylan tweeted him the other day, said, please don't let don't let the people down or something. I need to see what he said, but it was along those lines anyway. I won't go to find it.
It does. I mean, this is the thing. That's because Dillian knows who he's dealing with, and I know who we're dealing with. Tyson Fury, he's not designed to take fight by fight basis of difficulty.
But then it's a shame because we bet the house.
His phone's gonna ring, and it's gonna be Fury and then Matt. Promise you, he's not trying to take. Bro, we're laughing and I keep mentioning this fight to you, and you keep saying it's a joke. But fam, if you think Fury wants to stay fighting active fighters back to back at that level, no, he's gonna look at someone like David Haye and think, yeah, let's do that instead.
We'd have to seriously. Do you know what? It's mad because I don't want to look at Fury's legacy. I don't want to look at the legacy, yeah.
Joker,
But the legacy is starting to piss me. If he doesn't get busy, the legacy is gonna look funny. It's not gonna look proper in the light, bro. It's gonna, again, the math won't math, because I hate to be saying this about Fury, but I'm looking at it like now and I'm like, you actually need the Dylan fight. You fought the same man 3 times and you're better than him.
Bro,
in
Joe
all 3.
Joe Calzaghe's career gets pulled into disrepute certain times in certain conversations, and I've been guilty of it to a degree. When I say you fought guys over the hill, do you know what I'm saying? You fought Roy Jones at this point, you fought Eubank and Nigel, you fought them or I don't know if you fought Nigel, but you fought Eubank, and you know what I'm saying? You fought these men when they were old.
Yeah.
Now, there's only so much you can say to a man, because he can't apologize for his age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He still went in there with those names at the time he did, and you say, all right, cool, hats off to you. You went undefeated for your career. But man still do that to Joe Calzaghe, and he's got those names on his CV.
Yeah.
Fury doesn't even have names like that. Joe Calzaghe said, yeah, no, it was sick. You beat the same guy 3 times, though. Like, you still need to fight more guys
100%.
for this thing to be cemented.
100%.
And I look at Fury right now, and I'm like, everything about your energy right now says you could just retire.
And that's the part that it just bothers me. Do you know what I mean? I look at it and I'm like, I want you to go down as the champ, lineal, all of that stuff that you say you are.
Yeah.
Fury, good name. Wilder, good name 3 times. Excessive. Ortiz, good name the first time. He fought Ortiz twice, right?
Wilder fought him twice.
Oh no, I'm getting mad. I'm thinking Wilder. So that's it.
What does it do to Fury's career? Yeah, just speculate. If he loses twice,
to who though?
Let's just say he loses twice,
and
Dillian White beats him, and then they come back with someone, AJ, whatever, for example, he beats him. That takes him completely out of
it changes the whole conversation, and that's why it has to happen. And this, like, Kid Galahad nights happen. That's all do you know all I thought of? I said watching that fight, because no one gave that Spanish Kiko a chance. No one gave Kiko Martinez a chance, and I said, oh my goodness, let's flip this, and that was Dylan in the ring with a Fury in some sort of way, because I still feel Dylan's got weapons. I still feel like I don't know if he can. I know he's not the odds-on favorite. Like, he's a long shot. White in a fight against Fury will always be the long shot, but I know that White has that equalizer on him. So I say to myself, that moment, what happened to Galahad can happen in any fight. As you say, why we all love boxing is that moment can always happen against anyone, and especially when you least expect it. No one expected, what do you call Son of Odin? The one that fought
what's his name? What is his name? Wallin.
No one expect Wallin to cut Fury the way he did and make that a war the way he turned it into. But he did. And sometimes boxing just goes that way. A fighter may just have your number that day. He might just say Ugas. He had the number. He literally dialed it in perfectly. There was not a digit missing. And sometimes you got to say to yourself, and that's why Fury has to fight, because everything's good on paper, but that's just one place. Nothing is won on paper. Like, now we're talking about Crawford versus Porter. That fight ain't won yet until it's done. You know what I mean? Even though we kind of know how it's going to go, but you have to fight it, because let's say you go into that fight and then you take a shot in a space where you weren't. You take a perfect shot. You set up perfectly, or I don't know, there's a head-to-head collision and you get a cut, but he keeps targeting the cut and the referee calls off. This is normal. This is a part of boxing. This is a part of boxing that we can't now. And then how do you respond when you're cut? Because I know when AJ had when his nose was bust.
Carlos Takam, headbutt.
My brother Takam, my double. When Takam done what he done, again, you have to make adjustments. And are you great enough to make those adjustments while under pressure? Great question. He has to answer it. That has not been answered.
I mean, it does. I mean, let's be the Wallin fight with that cut. He did answer a good question in that fight.
Of course he did.
And I think it's a situation where it's not that, I'm trying to discredit or break man down with these statements, it's more a case of like, you're an active fighter. Like, you don't just, as much as people will say Floyd cherry picked his career, he still was in there with more champions than most men in the history of boxing, I believe.
Yeah.
So he was still fighting at the top level, however which way people want to have their take on what it looked like. Fury just doesn't have enough names on his resume. He has great nights. He might have more great nights than some fighters today.
Yeah.
But his resume doesn't match up, unfortunately.
He could crown this thing off. He could literally...
He could seal it.
He could seal it. He could seal it in a way where you say to yourself...
He could seal it with 2 more wins. 2 more wins.
2 more wins.
And Fury's career is done. It's cemented.
Yeah.
You beat AJ, you've done it. You beat Dillian White, it's over.
Yeah.
Sail off into the sunset and you run this era. No one could tell him a thing.
Yeah.
That's literally it. And that's why I said 2 losses change his career in the same way 2 wins will change his career.
Do you know what though? It's so weird. If AJ doesn't beat Usyk, Fury doesn't have to fight him.
I know, and it won't happen.
He doesn't have to.
Unless he wants to play it.
It doesn't make sense. It's like
because if he beats Usyk, you beat Usyk, you get all the belts, and you beat AJ to shut up the barbershop conversation. You're done. It's like when Lennox said he wanted to fight Tyson. He said, I could not leave my career knowing I didn't fight him for Mandem to tell me that he would have knocked me out.
It's true. But then don't you think an AJ, another loss to Usyk is devastating to an AJ? Like, I don't think
it takes
you
him out
can't
the
call for
conversation,
Fury.
to be honest with
You can't even call Fury's name after that. If you lose, you're not calling his name. I don't care. Like, don't call me. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I'm not really trying to answer that phone to that one. Like, unless you build up to a point where, because even if he builds, it's like you still need to match that Usyk work. Do you know what I mean? No matter what happens, that will always be something in the way. Like, he beat you, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
and then Fury goes and beats Usyk.
It's mad. It's like, what am I doing here? If I fight Dylan, and AJ is unfortunate, like he's unlucky to win.
And people are fickle as well. Like, on one hand, we say stars make fights. You know, we accept that stars make fights. On the other hand, well, if you can't beat Usyk, how are you going to beat Fury? So people will do that.
Yeah, no,
you know
but because of the level. I hear what you're saying.
That way.
No, but because of the level of AJ's just too big of a name, innit? Do you know what I mean? So to call out, the only reason why Dylan is allowed to be screaming out, because AJ mash up Dylan, but Dylan's a whole new fighter. He's rebuilt himself into a new man. He needs his chance in it. Yes, we had that mad night against Povetkin with the uppercut. Like, he didn't. Again, it was a sleeping moment. It's one of those, as we say, there's a difference to a Lara Warrington moment and to a Galahad. Like, there's difference. Yeah. There's difference. You know what I mean? And sometimes in that's what it was. Now, with AJ's destruction of what happened to him against Usyk, we all saw what that was. That was just a beatdown. If he makes that right, then you can go straight and say, Big Man Fury, open the door. You saw I was messing around in the last one. That's all fixed now. You can't retire until you fight me. And he can't. He's not allowed. That's like, I'll be in the barbershop leading the conversation saying, nah, he ducked him. I'd say that. But AJ's got to match that work.
AJ got to handle his business and Fury's got to handle his career. Fury's got to navigate his career so that he does have the legacy that he wants to end with.
Yeah.
Because he can try and pretend like he don't care about them things. He does. He absolutely does.
Yeah.
And he should. Do you know what I'm saying? You've worked your whole life on this craft. Why wouldn't you care? But my thing is, don't try to cheat it and act like you can be treated like Lennox on this body of work as it is now.
It's nonsense.
You don't have the Mike Tysons and the Holyfield and the Galatas and the Shannon Briggs and all those nights. You don't have those nights.
Yeah.
You need at least 2 more on your CV at the top level where you get through these, man, and then it's like, done.
Even you know what's so crazy? When I look back at what's the name, Canelo's thing, because sometimes if you're active and you're just knocking man out and just mashing man up, your legacy starts to get even more stronger, even though the opponents are not all of that. Like, when we look at Canelo's thing, you look at Caleb Plant, you say, nah, it wasn't on a level. Billy, nah, Yildirim, nah, Callum, nah, Sergi. So when you go through it, you're like, raw.
Listen, let me go through Lennox's record now, yeah? Just to really get an understanding of what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Vitaly Klitschko, straight out the gate. Young Vitaly Klitschko.
Yeah.
New era. You stuck around long enough to get into the new era.
Yeah.
Stop, man. Controversy or not, brother bust his eye to pieces. Mike Tyson was the fight before that. KO, got him the hell out of there. Hasim Rahman, that was a rematch after himself getting knocked out. That
there you
comeback
go, and that makes it, and that's wicked. What he did to come back,
it puts more sauce on it.
Yeah, the sauce is saucing.
You got David Tua. David Tua is a very dangerous opponent.
Yeah.
Then you got Evander Holyfield.
Woo!
Then you got, and I'm missing names. I'm missing out names, by the way. You understand? Friends Beaufort. That's a serious name as well.
And even that Shannon fight, Shannon Briggs, listen, not like good Shannon as well. Shannon, that was a problem early in a Shannon the Cannon, bruv.
Further down, we've got Shannon Briggs. Before that, Andrew Galahad. Again, another one. Henry Akinwande, Oliver McCall, Tommy Morrison, Ray Mercer at that time. You understand? Like, bro, Frank Bruno, Donovan Ruddock, Tony Tucker. Like, these were not regular names.
They're not regular. It's not regular.
So when you start looking at careers, you start thinking, yeah, he's the Lennox Tyson. He's the Lennox. It's like, what are you thinking here? Because when I go into the box rec now, I'm going to look at Tyson Fury's thing here, right? And I'm going to get this up, just so no one thinks I'm just out here shooting from the, just gassing. Deontay Wilder.
That's
one man, really. Okay, cool. Otto Wallen was a hard fight, but is Otto Wallen a name that we mentioned?
Not at all.
I don't know that.
Nope, you weren't talking about
Vladimir Klitschko. Okay, a name. Then after that, we're not going to say Christian Hammer. Are we gonna put Chisora? If you're gonna add Chisora, we can add Chisora. And then after that, look at this list of names here, and there's no one here who I could bring up in any way.
It's nuts.
That's gonna get respect.
Kevin Johnson was a funny guy, you know.
Fam.
He's a funny fam.
So now I'm gonna get AJ's box rec up, right? Now I'm looking at the names. Okay, Usyk is there. If that becomes a rematch and he wins, it adds value. But right now, it's the loss, so we're gonna miss that one off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulev. Could you say that's a big name? I don't know if we might be able to get that one off still. Povetkin, I say, yeah, that's a name.
Yeah, we can give you, yeah, I'll give you that one.
Ruiz, that's a rematch, come back and
rematch, to come back and win, to do, yeah. You can now, it gets.
Vladimir Klitschko is the name that you can give him that one. You can give him Dillian White. You can give him Joseph Parker, because Parker was a champ when he fought him. I don't know if we're going to really be able to get the Brazil and the Molina off, but right now, as it stands, he's got more names on his team than Fury.
Do you reckon Takam is I don't know if you can put Takam in there, but it's a...
Can you put Takam in there? I mean, can we put
Nah,
Charles Martin in there?
You can't.
Charles Martin was for the belt. You can't really put him in there.
But it's again...
So how many names are we saying? How many names are we saying here? Just so we're not doing a bias.
Vladimir Klitschko, definitely. Povetkin goes in.
Parker.
Making the Andy Ruiz right goes in. Parker goes in 100%.
Does Pulev go in there? I don't know if... I mean, Pulev does he get respect? Is he, is he getting respect like that?
You know what? Yeah,
Pulev's only lost to Klitschko.
2 losses in this, yeah, he gets in.
You see what I'm saying?
He's a problem. Pulev's a problem.
So Pulev gets in.
I
don't know that Takam does. But
nah, you can't put him in there.
Nah, that's fine. But the level that AJ's been fighting at on a more consistent basis and Fury is there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to pretend like he's miles and miles and miles ahead, because, those bigger nights, they got to have a bit more value than just lots of names. But at the same time, it's like Fury's just got to do more. That's literally it.
That's all he's got to do. And that's why I don't want to hear this retirement talk. And I'm putting the pressure on. That's why I even bringing it up now, because I'm like, if somehow you hear this and you're like, this is what we're saying. This is what the community is saying. The community is saying you could go down as a legendary lineal guy because you've had the magical night. Sometimes you might need one night where you set it alight, and then you've just done extra little pieces just to season the thing. And that's right now all we're asking for is seasoning. You make the steak, fam, season the thing. People look at your career, and time is a great thing, because after time sets in, 20 years from now, they say, yeah, that guy, he was the best of his era. No one can fight it.
That's right.
No one can fight it. No one can fight it. But you have to do it.
Don't retire and miss out on that, bro. Because as much as you think that these men are going to say that you're the best, fam, it will change. All it takes is a legend to come out and say, bro, you beat 2 men. And that's it. Now you're not that guy no more.
Now you're not that guy, fam. Yeah, man. Listen, what an episode.
Yeah, man.
I'm again great to be back. We're not fully back because
we're not back yet though.
I'm still shooting, so we're like this until until that's over.
Yeah.
But yeah, people, thank you for rocking with us. Yeah, man, have a nice one. Let me ring the bell.
Yeah. Have a great week, guys, and thanks again to all the great defeaters that came out to my show last week, man. It's just the love is still. I'm still in the clouds when I think about the show. I'm not gonna lie to you. I keep looking at those pictures and going right back to that moment. So, respect.
You brought out your son, fam. You killed us, and he was in the same out. Oh my god,
He came out the same.
Oh man, and he wanted the mic, but you didn't give it to him. It was crazy. Still,
bro, he probably got the jokes off. Yeah, they're trying to.
Yeah, he's trying to grab it again. Yeah. He tried to do it again. I was like, yo, this son is doing too much, man. But amazing. Man. Big up to you and your family, bro. Congratulations. Let's go.
Thank you.
Yo, people, thanks for watching the Undefeated podcast. Make sure you
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and all that good stuff, man. This is the place to be.